reputation. She worked with Adam Kokesh for a while. You know, she had been here for a few years already. She was well known. So, and I had already been doing Ladies and Keen. So I think Ian trusted both of us. And
how many episodes of Ladies and Keen did you do?
We did a year's worth. We did close to 50. I think we did 50. Like,
wow.
Porkfest last year was our last episode. And
wait, you were still recording by last Porkfest?
Was it last Porkfest? We still It was Porkfest of 2014.
Really?
Yes.
I thought that show was off the air before I even moved here.
No. Porkfest was our last episode. I remember vividly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, shows how much I paid attention, I guess.
That's okay. I don't expect everyone to know who we are.
So when are you going to start your own show or like a new thing? You guest on people's shows all the time. Yeah, a whole new show.
I know. Well, I do feel bad about that. For starters, I just want to say that I don't have a show of my own, but I'm constantly guesting on other people's. It feels like I don't have a home. You know, I don't have a place where I can share my ideas, and I'm just kind of leeching off of other people's creativity in a way.
No, leeching. I wouldn't call it leeching for a second.
Well, no, it's not leeching.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Creativity.
Word for it.
Creative. If you want to talk about like in terms of creatively, yes.
Yeah, you just like playing on other people's playgrounds, you know? Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I'm going into their houses. I'm building off of the structure that they've already put up. But I'm not, creating my own foundation. And I want to be able to do that. It sounds like a great idea, but it's hard for me to find the time when I have a full-time job, and like I would feel bad as well because I would have to give up these other opportunities that I have to be on people's shows. And I love guesting just solely because I get to talk to all these, great people. Like I'm here right now.
Yeah.
Never would have imagined myself here like a year ago.
Really?
Yeah. Like a year ago, never would have thought that, I would have turned out to really like podcasting and continue to do it for years. I thought ALP was going to be, like maybe 2 or 3 years, and then it would just kind of like we would move on to bigger and better things. But this is a great thing. I feel like this is something I want to do for a long time to come.
No, it's fun to do. Like one thing I love about for our show, we always have different guests on all the time, or in front of us. I don't have to like go somewhere and and go to someone else's studio or go online and a damn Google Hangout show.
Yeah, and it's great that you have your own studio. That's another thing. I don't have my own studio equipment. Like there's the Puke and the Gang studio in the house that I live in, because my boyfriend is on the show, but also I just don't want to go in there and say like, hey, I'm going to use your equipment every week. What if I mess something up? What if I like plug the wrong thing in somewhere and then it's just all screwed up? I have spilled vodka on the streaming computer before.
Oh no.
That did not end well.
Gosh, a gal using her boyfriend's studio equipment once a week.
Yeah.
I've never heard of such a thing
that ever happened
ever in the history
Shire.
of podcasting.
I'm not the kind of person that would ask for something like that. Like I would want to have my own equipment, and I would want to be able to, like maybe travel around. Like I would love to have a mobile recorder so I could just record.
We were just talking about this.
Not brought that to convention. He was recording his own on that.
Yeah.
No, I think Andrew actually has one, but I've only seen it a few times, and I think I'll get to use it for the first time this weekend. I'll get more familiar with it.
Oh, well, that sounds exciting. We need to get one of those one day.
I'd love to be able to do a mobile Rebel Love show.
Season 6.
On Free Talk Live, we're bringing people to the ideas of liberty every day. From wrestling superstars like Glenn Jacobs.
You guys really are having an impact, I believe. Like I said, a lot of where I am now is due to listening to Free Talk Live. You changed my mind on some very important.
So those watching on YouTube
years ago,
people tuning in on the radio.
Stumbled out of the gate a little bit getting this live broadcast going on, but we got it going on now. New computer. We didn't what's the word I'm looking for? We didn't hit the ground running with it. We didn't
I don't know if we're the right way around, or even if we're
No, it's the right way. Yeah, it's always inverted on Google Hangouts.
And does it look skinnier on my screen? I don't know if we're looking like abnormally skinny. You know what I mean?
By joining the AMP program for just $5 a
Ooh,
month.
that was really loud.
Yeah, that was super loud.
That's amp.freetalklive.com.
Are you now?
Are you looking for an excuse?
Yeah, and of course I'm in charge of video switching tonight, so prepare for some hectic.
Yeah, it's not easy as it looks, is it?
Well, also we have the new version of Wirecats right now. Anyway,
you're getting the hang of it though.
But yeah, if you're in the if you're checking out YouTube, the cam right now, I'm going to leak the season finale of Shire Dude for you guys who haven't seen it yet.
Is it going to be after the show, or is it going to be?
It's going to be during a break, and I'm not going to say which break.
Oh,
so you have to stay with us.
All right.
Yeah.
Trust me, guys. You want to watch the Shire Dude leak here. I've already watched it a few times.
I've leaked it to a few different people, and it's gaining steam already, even though it's not even going to be released officially until Sunday.
We need to talk about it on the show.
Yeah.
We'll bring it up.
That's keenvention.info.
If there was a place that liberty-minded people had been elected to political positions and were rolling...
Oh, in the chat room?
Yeah.
Would you move there? If freedom
all right,
lovers
I'll allow it.
A 20% voting block,
weird.
Veto most bad
Who
bills,
said that, newbie?
Would you move?
Oh, if that's copywritten, that actually might kill our YouTube video. So you might, yeah.
These things have happened in
if it picks it up, you know what I mean?
Join us and help.
Yeah.
Damn robot overlords.
Yeah, just better safe than sorry on those.
If you can't listen to the Liberty Radio Network's internet streams,
yeah, they probably won't pick it up because we've got all sorts of audio going over this right now.
I don't
know about you guys. I'm gonna start smoking.
Add this number to
yeah, Packet Sniffer. We got an extra camera on here.
Yeah, let's see the new camera angle.
Cruise through our angles. Yeah, that extra angle.
Hey,
when
look right here.
When our fourth guest, that camera right there. Yeah, when our fourth guest arrives tonight, she'll sit right in front of that camera.
Cato University is the Cato Institute's premier educational event of the year.
I know.
Being held this year from July
no, I
26th
dismantled that lamp earlier.
Cato Institute's state-of-the-art headquarters in Washington, D.C. This
Wait, hold on.
brings outstanding faculty and participants from across the country and often from around the globe, with everyone
That's a really weird thing to say over and
to
over.
liberty and learning.
Can you adjust that camera? So no, never mind. Leave it.
Share viewpoints, concerns, ideas, questions, and more in an atmosphere of friendship and personal respect. It's a one-of-a-kind program for people who don't stop thinking after they got out of school. It's for people who don't want politicians or bureaucrats or officials to do their thinking. It's for people who value liberty. You'll learn.
Well, we can either talk about the Foundation for New Hampshire Independence,
from around the world. All the details are spelled out
or
on the Cato website.
how Ellen is a
and they hope
nudist.
to see you there this summer, July the 26th through the 31st in Washington, D.C. Details are at cato.org.
I'm still feeling the effects of being on the hiatus.
Listen to LRN.FM on any phone, anytime. 213-493-0309. That's 213-493-0309.
The Shire Dude layer not working?
It's not working.
Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. And besides the technical difficulties on the live broadcast, which is not happening anymore, Shire Dude did have an issue with a lighter, but nonetheless.
Yeah, no, you can check out the cam through shiredude.com. Yeah. Just click over to the Rebel Love Show, and you should see our beautiful faces.
Yeah, we have a new PC running, a secondary PC just for the video, and it looks spectacular from what it used to look like.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's trippy.
I'm digging it, and of course, Learning Hospital, we're gonna get some lighting coming in pretty soon too, and it's gonna get better and better.
Wow, so is this the first time you've used the green screen on a show?
No, we were using it previously on this laptop.
But we were running all of the audio and video from one laptop, which is just preposterous.
This is dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, in all honesty, like bad crash. Podcasting 101.
Oh, okay. Too much information through one channel.
Just too visually rich, yeah.
Yeah, it was literally, there's some episodes that lost quality in audio and video just because everything was running at the same time. Mm-hmm. I was afraid the computer would freeze up or something like that with all that happening. I remember we actually lost one episode way back in like May, just because of the, and that was back in May of last year. and we still kept going. But well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, we're we're not making any money off of this. I throw my own money into this, and sometimes I don't have money to throw into it. But I want to, you go with what you got.
Right. You got to keep going.
Yeah, you got to keep trucking.
Yeah, no matter what befalls you, just keep going over the mistakes. Don't you guys take donations?
Yeah, of course we do. Have you donated to the Rebel Love Show yet?
Oh, well, I tried to earlier, but you said no. The coffee's on me.
Oh, well, I do love coffee, and you drove all the way down from the Lakes region, so I felt like the least I can do is get you a coffee.
We are pro coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, so the coffee is just like a gift.
That would have compensated me for the coffee. It wouldn't have been a donation. It would have been donation if you donated coffee to the.
I mean, if I donated you $2, would it matter where it went to? Like, that's $2. It's under your control.
I'm not Stefan Molyneux. I'm not going to freak out over $2.
No, I understand. I'm not saying you're going to freak out, but if I give you $2, does it matter whether it goes to your coffee or your computer? Like, it's still money that you're spending in some way that's beneficial to you.
You offered me the $2 after I said I'd get you a coffee.
Right.
Yeah. But it's going toward your coffee. That's not going toward mine. Anyways, losing track here. Okay, so you're now a board member of the Foundation for New Hampshire Independence along with me. Yes. And I'm excited to have you on board. I don't really talk about too much on the show, to be honest. I've only mentioned it I think once or twice, a while ago. I haven't talked about it in months on this show.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to be on a board. I'm so new to this, I guess, that I don't have all the info or all the know-how as far as being on a board goes.
Do you think I do? I'll wake it as I go.
When I signed up
I'll wake it this as I go.
When I signed up for Trello, I was like, oh God, this is a real commitment. What am I going to do? They're not assigning.
Yeah, no, this is.
I don't know what to do.
You are a secessionist. Oh, I'm sorry, a New Hampshire independence person. What do you, I'm trying to walk the walk. You're living the dream, not dream,
okay,
but
If you explain to me what my function is going to be,
what do you want your function to be?
I would be more motivated if I knew.
All right, I can tell you what you need to do.
I want to know what the foundation is about. I've heard the basic explanation, but I want to find where my role is, where my niche is.
Oh no, I'm kind of finding where my niche is in it, and where I kind of feel like I'm becoming the events coordinator. Because I just start.
I want that job because I do that.
Well, then compete with me.
How?
Okay.
You posted something about this brewery thing that's happening in a few weeks.
Yes, which I'm going to announce on the show.
You also put. Okay, well, I won't go into detail.
No, go ahead.
But you attached a file that was the flyer from last year and said, "I'll revise this." And I was thinking in my head, I could do this so much better. I'm a woman. I know how to design things.
Well, then design it. You should have commented and said, I'll get to redesign it.
Yeah, but that was my first day being on. I didn't want to step on anyone's toes.
That wouldn't have stepped on anyone's toes. If you're doing something cool, that frees my time up to do something else or cross coordinate or something like that. But anyways, no, the event you're talking about, June 3rd, there's going to be a Brew and Sedition event at Able Ebenezer, which is a microbrewery here in New Hampshire, in Merrimack. And it's pretty much there'll be a talk by one of the board members, and then kind of a meet and greet, but it's also a way for all the other people that are in favor of New Hampshire independence to kind of mingle and get to know each other and stuff like that.
Cool. So that's probably where I'll get to know everyone.
Yeah.
If I can go.
If you can go. You'll be okay.
Okay, how late is it running? Because I might get out of work at 9 p.m.
Oh, my God. Just call in sick. You hate your job anyways. This is more, we're talking about, separating ourselves from the United States government
but
at a brewery.
I'm talking about people who depend on me. You're right. I should just say I need to leave. No, I need to leave an hour early.
Work always comes first. I miss a lot of different activism and other events that happen all the time because, I need to go work my job.
I need to survive. I need to make money so I can keep doing these things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You have to pay your bills. I mean, for me, I do the exact same thing.
Yeah, not just bills. I like to have lots of books and nice things. It's a waste of money sometimes, but I feel like I could definitely devote more time to activism than I do. I just make excuses because I like being in a quiet, secluded place.
I don't know about you, and I know Shire Dude can relate to this. Like both of us kind of feel like because we came here like guns blazing. Like, I want to do everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And
then you get exhausted, and then you get burnt out. And then you hone in on where your true calling is, hopefully, and you figure out what you're supposed to do. You just do whatever you liked the most or whatever you thought was the most effective. Or yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll dabble in other stuff from time to time.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, my focus is really more so is the show, and then also New Hampshire Independence. Maybe from time to time I'll join in and do some other types of activism, though apparently according to the last Liberty Forum, I was a poly activist, which is kind of weird to say out loud. But
yeah, wasn't there a poly panel and
there's a poly talk? Yeah,
poly talks going on.
I did the poly talk there with the artist formerly known as Oh Girl, which is
right. I hope they finally release that video soon.
Yeah, you know what? I really wish they would, because I'd love to post it.
Gosh. Oh wait, the event didn't even record it, right? You actually,
no, but I had a camera guy there.
You had a camera guy there.
Yeah.
And he still hasn't released the footage?
No, and it's been months.
What a lazy bum.
I know.
Oh, wow.
How much did you pay him though?
I have donated to him a lot of pots in the last few months that he could kindly repay by releasing the video.
It's worth a lot.
Yeah,
I think this camera guy owes you.
We
trust me.
We should definitely talk to this camera guy, and maybe he'll see the error in his ways. Yeah,
we'll have to rough him up a bit.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Not secret, but one thing I would love to see, like, not just me, but other libertarians and anarchists and whatnot, they're all in the poly. Like, I'd love them to like make stuff that like somehow like, I don't know, like got into like the poly community like across the country and stuff like that, or like the kink world and other stuff where it's kind of like, hey, this is what freedom is, but to that whole crowd, I think it's an untapped market that libertarians really haven't gone after much.
Is the poly community?
Yeah,
it's probably like a sub community
below
like everybody's perception. It's not something that's
but they're
totally public.
But the thing is, you already have to be very free thinking in order to even be poly.
Yeah, I'm sure they're more open to the ideas, unless it's for some weird religious purpose.
I don't understand at all why some poly people choose to hide their poly ways. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it makes
I think some people feel guilty. Maybe
guilty. Because they're going against the social norm, or whatever they were taught as a kid. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Well, I would say this: it's more socially acceptable to be gay than poly in most workplaces.
Yes.
More poly activism coming up.
Worms.
There are two types of poll advertising, like Google AdWords, where a consumer goes looking for widgets near them, and you try to pull them in with your ad away from the other widget purveyors.
Talking to the microphone.
There's push advertising.
What do you mean when you say worms like that?
What do I mean when I
in that
say
context?
worms?
I know you don't
like
mean like earthworms that end up on the
like
sidewalk
earthworm
after
jam.
rains.
Radio
You ever play that when you're?
In the course of a week, there are probably over 250,000 good folks listening to
exterminate them, commit genocide.
We're having a sale
Smash them with the shoes.
If
I don't know.
Dad, you should go kill him. Why should she have to do that?
I can't run. I can't host. Co-host like a radio show.
With that kind of rate with 150 plus stations. And I'll set you up.
What do you mean you're not going to do
it? Prevention is a lot easier than treatment. Maybe you guys should have prevented the ants showing up.
It's a big
No, here's the thing. Now, I want to tell you this, okay? There's someone in this household. I don't know who it is yet, but I've bought multiple. I'm all in favor of complete genocide against all and every single ant that exists near my home.
That's harsh.
They're invading forests. They take over. I've homesteaded this area well before the ants came into this house. Now, I have bought multiple weapons of war, aka ant killer, more than once, and sometimes they disappear and they're not used. someone in this household has been sabotaging my efforts to commit mass genocide against our ant infestation.
They're wise and they don't like poison, because that poison's not only poisonous to the ants, it's poisonous to you and the cat. The cat's probably gonna lick it up off the
then
floor.
how so would you stop this invasion by ants?
You should first of all remove any food particles that you have lying around that would.
The zebra of the plains
Go ahead.
is perpetually hunted by a myriad of merciless predators.
Hey, where's the lighter, dude?
No, anything that's sugary, anything that's like
what are you doing?
Yeah, does that lighter work? I would like to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying I would like to. I'm not saying you have to, or that I'm demanding you pass it. I'm just saying it would be nice if I could.
What was I trying to insinuate? That you were insinuating?
I don't know. You said I'm sorry. I didn't need you to say you're sorry. I'm just
saying. Why do women need people to say sorry sometimes?
Oh, here comes the misogyny.
All right. Well, sometimes it just makes them feel better. It lowers their defenses and makes them not aggressive. So they're ready to, take whatever, solution might be there.
What?
66, you're cracking me up, dude.
Seriously, I'm saying if you say...
Oh, no, not.
Hey, guys watching the YouTube, check this out. I'm working out a new shot right now. Actually, as we're doing the show, there's the chat room shared in the shot.
Oh, that's so cool.
Isn't that cool? Everybody, you can say hi to the YouTube world from the chat room now.
That's actually pretty badass.
And look, I edited the Ellen shots too. So, like, if you go here, then that's a close up of Ellen. No, you can't. If you move over here, you won't be over there. And you got to sit in the chair.
Oh my God! We're actually recording still. The mics are on.
We're broadcasting.
Babe, you look great with no clothes on. I'm sure the audience will appreciate it.
Anne is very scantily clad over there. I don't know if you guys can. Let's see if I can get her in the shot right now.
She is gorgeous. And what is this called? What is this, babe?
That's rats-no-snitch.
It's like a dress scarf that you can tie it 20
You can interact with other LRN listeners.
There's Anne for you guys on the YouTube.
Yep. Oh, he caught her. It's like Snapchat. We just need to circle her head. Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. And in case you didn't know, we are, if you're listening to the podcast right now, we are live on LRN.FM. We also broadcast live on YouTube at this time, which is it's a 10 o'clock time slot at Eastern Standard Time. And we're also simulcasted on IPM Nation as well. And soon to be Liberty Movement Radio. We're supposed to set up this week, but I was lazy and didn't even get around to it.
Oh no! Yeah. We're gonna be back on LMR, which is really cool.
Yeah. Apparently they don't hate us anymore.
Well, no, they didn't hate us. There was just some drama between some stations, and we got caught in the crossfire. And now it's all settled. We're gonna be back on there.
All buried the hatch.
I'm looking for other Liberty stations. Actually, we were talking about this the other day. What is there besides LRN and LMR?
I like to hope this is that's it. There has to be other content out there.
There's got to be some weird Yugoslavian station we can get on.
Do you think there's how in the Liberty movement mostly everyone kind of knows everyone, all of us live in different parts of the country. Do you think there's a whole nother Liberty movement that for some reason we don't even know about that is taking place in other cities or something like that? That somehow these factions have not intertwined.
Right. There's a little orphan boy, and he's the reincarnation of Rothbard.
I mean, it's entirely possible, but circumstances dictate a lot. So if there is some little Rothbard hiding in the Amazon, we may never find out about him because we don't pay attention to every single point in the world, is with equal importance as the world directly around us. So we're probably going to hear a lot about, the communities that are forming around us or in our line of sight, but there could be total underground movements that we don't know about.
Right.
Hello, Rob.
Yes.
Your microphone is muted, apparently, or disabled, according to TeamSpeak here. So
The microphone is?
Dead air from you.
Whoa. And you don't hear us at all?
There?
Yeah, I'm here.
You got unplugged.
Hello.
Ash unplugged a lot of stuff when she walked into the table.
Hello?
Oh my God. Can you message Ian?
Yeah.
Ian, can you hear anything?
You can't. Okay, I'm in right here.
I can't type anything.
Hello,
This
Rob.
keyboard got unplugged too.
Hello, Shire Dude. Anybody listening? Trying to call your cell phone.
Okay, I'm just going to disconnect.
He's calling your cell, dude.
I know.
Not mine.
Hey, I'm connected. It says I'm connected. Oh, wait, hold on. I lost the connection to it. Give me a second.
You are connected, but it is showing you as having a microphone disabled.
How about now? Ian? Can you hear me through it?
You are set as, according to my readout here, it says your microphone is disabled.
Okay, yeah, I see that. I didn't disable it. I didn't change anything. How do I undisable that?
I have no idea. Look over maybe at the top there. Okay, I'm seeing, at the top there's buttons that looks like this. Microphone mute. And then there's one with a little check mark.
Oh, yeah.
The check mark. Do you see that?
Now it says muted. Hold on.
Microphone disabled and muted. Now looks like you're good.
Am I good?
Yep, I hear you now.
Oh, that's bizarre. I didn't even change it. Yeah, okay.
Great.
That was exciting.
Yeah, so apparently somehow we got muted. I didn't even touch anything on the computer, which is kind of bizarre.
I think it was our producer, actually.
Yeah, I think Ash, the studio cat's getting a little pissed off or something like
She
that.
might be sabotaging this whole operation.
Apparently. Usually she's good
Have you
luck.
cleaned her litter box lately?
I actually
Could be
did.
that.
We haven't mentioned her doing the show yet, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, she's
she needs her
showing
credit.
true colors, messing up the show on us.
Well, she can't be verbal, so she's got to get her point across somehow.
Apparently she didn't. Maybe she didn't like this or talk on other stations. I don't know. So, yeah, that's craziness. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look,
So-
like we were just saying, push through the hard times.
Yeah. Well, let's go to something funny.
Okay.
All right. So, apparently during the break, before the show, we were talking about our policy here in the studio, Ellen. Not while we're recording, obviously. Okay.
Yes.
And you said that you were in no way a nudist, where you like your clothes, something along those lines.
Yes, I I like wearing clothes out in public because I want people to focus on what I'm saying and not my body, because I feel like my brain is more important as a person. But
Well, I
just in
understand
general,
public. I'm not talking about
I
public.
like staying warm. That's why I like clothes for the most part, because my body doesn't produce heat, so I have to stay warm. And also, it's just really like I sleep naked sometimes. That's comfortable, but I would not want to be naked 24/7. That doesn't sound fun to me. Like be
Who
cold.
is
I'd feel
24/7?
exposed. I don't know. Actual nudists.
I don't know. That sounds like an extreme to me. That sounds like
Yeah.
if someone was talking about trying like smoking pot and someone's like, well, I don't want to be stoned 24/7, like he's not talking 24/7
Okay.
here.
Just occasionally, like
Yeah.
in the studio.
Well,
You
this
said
is
the
our
studio
home.
is nudist friendly.
Yes,
That is
I say
true.
it's a clothes optional. I would not judge someone if they didn't want to wear clothes in here.
All right, I understand that, but I would still probably be too self-conscious to do that. And also, I don't know. I just I don't have the urge. I don't have the urge to be naked.
No,
It's-
I'm not. I understand not the urge to be naked, but the self-consciousness. What?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I still have self-confidence issues. Like I'll admit that.
I was really thinking about doing a naked episode of Rebel Love Show.
Well, what would it take us to do that? Because I don't know if I can. It has it has to be high enough.
I was going to say episode 50, which is the next episode. Someone else had suggested episode 69, which,
Yeah.
because you wouldn't expect something special to happen. And then all of a sudden, no, everyone's naked. or just like
you'd have to
episode
do-
100 or
have
something.
to do a lot of drugs for that.
Doesn't Derek J? Doesn't Flaming Freedom? Don't they get naked at least once every episode?
Derek J showed his underwear on our.
I know that's
on
true.
The episode with him.
He was down to his underwear on when he was on the episode.
That was fantastic. We need to get him to do that again with all the new camera angles.
we could have him like in the green screen right here.
Yes.
What would we put in the green screen?
I'll just film Derek J doing that in front of the green screen, and then we can put him in whatever episode we want. Just doing that. That'd be great.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Think about that.
It's
like
time.
in random episodes.
Yeah.
It could just be Derek J dancing in.
Yeah. It's like when you're on like a
right
weird
here.
website and there's like that pop up of like the lady in the in the lower right hand corner of the screen. She's like, "Hey, click here for a good time." Except it'll be Derek J in his underwear.
Listeners, if you actually start watching our YouTube channel and whatnot, what would you want to see in the green screen?
Right. And what's an episode 50 worthy thing to have in there too? Because that's the next episode. That's gonna be big. Like we gotta do something.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
It's been over. We didn't do anything for the year anniversary of the show.
No.
So we need to do something for the 50th, which is in 1 week.
Here's an idea. Start doing like themed shows where you have something special you do every show that's a little bit different. Like this time we're gonna do a cooking show, or this time we're gonna do a show of trying out.
Don't you love our
different-
cooking segments?
Oh, who was it that said that?
That was that was Brian Hagen.
Brian Hagen.
Yeah.
In this
this is the Liberty Beat.
In our advertisement, he said that he loved the Rebel Love Show cooking segments.
Yeah, we used to have great cooking segments back in the day.
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Why would he say that then?
Well, because I was in the commercial. I don't know.
He's
That's
just
what
a
he got from
goofball.
it.
I love that we got that voice on our commercial though.
Oh, me too. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you guys should actually do cooking segments and then just use that, play it over again.
Yeah, that's
That'd be
not going to happen. Maybe as a side thing. That'd be
Well,
kind of weird to start doing, just as a side thing.
You had the sriracha sauce sitting up here earlier. It makes me think that you're like constantly making food and like all of it is sriracha based.
No,
It's always out.
that's the author that lives down the street.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, there's the sriracha guy.
Randy Clemens.
Yeah. He wrote a book on like a cookbook that does nothing but uses sriracha.
The sriracha
Oh, wow.
cookbook. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were
That's
I
pretty
thought you were
cool.
actually referring to him.
I've actually heard of that, but no, I wasn't referring to it. But I'm glad it, ended up being that coincidence that it did line up with something.
I don't cook as much as I'd like, but pretty much everything has sriracha on it. If it doesn't have sriracha on it, it has hummus on it.
Yeah, well, hummus and sriracha are very good separately, but also good together.
Oh,
They're good on
absolutely.
everything.
Yes, it is. Even though
Even
Anne-
your pupils.
Ew. More cooking segments coming up after the break on the Rebel Love Show.
Bathing suit show.
What if the key to achieving liberty in your lifetime was
Rob
to
in a
move together
tuxedo?
with others who
What?
think like you? Liberty activists are joining the Free State Project, which is over 70% of the way to its goal of 20,000 participants.
You don't have to be the maid.
And they're
You know what?
already
You can
making
wear the
move to
sequin
New
dress,
Hampshire.
and I'll
The
dress up
successes
like
are piling up
some
and are proving the Free State
Hey,
Project
chat
is a
room.
real movement and
How many of you
no
guys are going to
longer just a great
Porkfest?
idea. When you're planning
Few of you
your
I know,
move,
right?
Consider Keene. Keene is famous for its civil disobedience and non-cooperation.
Yeah, if you
There's
see us at
plenty of political
Porkfest,
opportunities as well. From
come
demonstrations
smoke with
and
us. That'd be
vigils
cool.
to outreach and volunteering. There's a lot going on in Keene. Keene is
What?
the liberty media capital of the world, with television, talk radio, and more, all originating here. Though it's more than just activism, with regular social events each week.
Wait, you're gonna do your Porkfest episode wearing bikinis?
With video, audio,
No, you didn't. You did not tell me that.
you can download and use in your area at freekeen.com. That's
Nope.
freekeen.com.
Wait, you're not going
I'll
to
tell you what, I'll do a naked episode of the Rebel Love Show if the seditious sirens are on naked with us.
Oh man, I think I already promised for like.
You're going to invest in property in New Hampshire.
I already promised for like episode like 100 or something for the seditious sirens that I was going to go on and drag.
Rentals in the Free State.
Or I don't know.
Visit his website. Come on.
What episode?
You know it.
50? I'll do. I'd probably do it for 50. I'm cheap.
Here's a chance to do a little activism while
what
you're
are we
cruising
touching on
Facebook,
that?
Twitter, or Google Plus. Between the LOL
This
cats,
one?
the recipes,
Should we talk
the
about
hot
our
girls,
upcoming
and
activism?
inspirational sunrise memes, Free Talk Live's
Um,
post pass by your
I want to talk about
newsfeed.
the crawl.
Like them,
And we can
comment.
talk about.
It gives us
Oh
more
yeah,
exposure.
God,
If you don't see our
skip
posts,
that.
Yeah, and then we
click
can talk
like
about that one.
Okay.
Facebook.freetalklive.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hover over
Well,
it and click
I would
get
like to talk about
notifications.
that
It's an easy
when
way to
Cecilia's
spread the
here.
ideas of liberty.
Yeah.
So
I
know
kinda
you're
I wanna
busy,
save
but
that
you
in our
can
back
spare that
pocket.
tenth of a calorie it takes to click on
I don't want to
something
blow our
on
load on y'all at
Facebook.freetalklive.com.
once, Ellen. All right.
I get it. That can be overpowering sometimes.
The news.
And exhausting.
Rebel Love Show.
Network at
Oh yeah, this is the long break.
LRN.FM.
We need to record the well, we already have on the recording, but we need to get that voiceover, throw in like a commercial or something like that.
Oh, just his voice saying Rebel Love
Yeah.
Show. Yeah.
Gold is valued.
No, I know. I haven't put it in though. I kind of want to re-record
And
it.
according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average
You know what
price
you
of
should do?
Bitcoin
Right
is
for a clean photo,
$243.
Light up these tea lights.
Antiwar.com
and put them,
reports
like,
U.S.
right here.
officials are
Like,
expressing
Oh, you can put him in front of the camera.
He's the,
This camera
Yeah,
over
put
here.
him in front of this camera.
Assad faces even more risk from his rebels. The big
There has to be another layer.
It's too dark though. It needs to be maybe back a bit.
Means gains for the Islamic State and Al Qaeda's Nusra Front, the two largest rebel factions, and that will be the primary beneficiaries of a fading Assad. U.S. officials have often tried to
It's too
present the
dark
war
over
on
there,
the
though.
Islamic State and the war for regime change in Syria as separate things, and have insisted that they could work simultaneously to undermine both Assad and the
Okay, hold on.
Islamic State.
Do that
In
again.
reality, the
Well, I
US
need both of you to
simply
do
does
that
not
one
have
more time in a
allies
second.
left
Okay, you ready?
in Syria,
Wait.
and they're desperate to the point of trying to create
Okay.
a new rebel faction just so they have someone to back. And despite admitting a huge problem with their current strategy, General
Why are we doing this?
It's super culty. I love it.
Hostile towards both the Islamic State and Assad at the same time.
Like we're sacrificing something
In
to the
Survivor
dummy head.
Max by Dobby Barker, 11-year-old.
I'm a cheap drag queen, Shire Dude. Yeah. I just said it, so it must be true.
The lame brains forms his home searching for living flesh.
You know, one time
Max
I was so
must
high,
apply
I
his
put smoking
porcupine
bone
freedom
backwards.
scouts training to plan his
What?
escape. But first, he
I
must
tried
prove
putting
that
my
he's too
mouth on
smart
that
to die.
part.
Look for Survivor Max on Facebook and Amazon, or read Chapter 1 free at
It's so
survivormax.com. UPI reports an off-duty Saudi Arabian Airlines plane was seen receiving routine maintenance at an Israeli airport, causing the airline to cancel its contract with the Portuguese firm. The airline, known as Saudia, said Highfly, a company leasing planes to the airline, landed the plane with prominent Saudia markings at Ben Gurion Airport in Tel Aviv, Israel.
Howie finds women smoking weed very
Saudi
attractive.
Arabia has no official relationship with Israel and has led the Arab boycott since the 1970s. The plane, an Airbus A330, was serviced at the airport last week.
That's
by
right, he did.
Medak
Newbie,
and
come on now. She is like a 12.
Hey, the camera's on you if you want to flip them off. There you go. That's for you, 626. Oh, man.
Such landing or operation process should take place in a country that shares diplomatic relations with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to enable Saudi staff and civil
Oh, sweet.
aviation
Wait,
authorities
what did
to
they say was
conduct
so cute?
inspection and follow up on the maintenance operation at
Oh.
any time.
Oh, there what? Yeah. There's a delay between the YouTube broadcasts. There's actually a pretty heavy delay.
Trusted source for buying and selling your investment grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency.
Newbie's having
Call
a.
Roberts and Roberts today. For
He's
knowledgeable
he's
advice
loving
on
the.
investing and a forward-thinking
Yeah, I
approach
know.
to
I don't know what it
digital
is.
This is for you,
I never
newbies.
thought,
Hold
I
on.
never thought anybody would find smoking attractive. But...
online
Oh, I'm with Newbie on this one.
Reuters
No, I just
reports
had
a
more.
former CIA officer was sentenced on Monday to 42 months in prison for leaking classified information to a New York Times reporter about a failed U.S. effort to undermine Iran's nuclear
Wow, I
weapons
don't know if I should
program,
get
according to
more
the
high.
Justice
Should I get more
Department.
high?
I
Jeffrey
think you
Sterling
should.
was
You're
the
fun
director of
high,
the
Ellen.
National Defense Information
You are so more
Justice
relaxed
in
now.
January
So am I.
What are we smoking right now? Do we know?
It's a sativa.
It's a sativa. Yeah. An indica would put me down like right away.
Carelessly disclosed extremely
I'd be way
valuable,
sleepy.
highly classified information.
So Rob and I were thinking about doing the next episode and just getting really, really baked for episode 50.
Yes.
Yeah, which I would enjoy actually.
We're gonna do that, or have the two guests that we were kind of talking about before.
Well,
I haven't messaged them
both.
yet.
You get them baked too.
Of course.
Yeah. So all the four of us get baked. Yeah, we gotta make sure we can secure the guests though before we.
Yes, now it's obvious.
Yeah,
I didn't message them today.
Which has come under criticism from journalists for aggressively prosecuting unauthorized leaks by government employees. The Justice
I'm
Department
loving
said that
this,
in
by the way,
2000,
dude.
Sterling
The chat room in
the chat room in the YouTube feed during the breaks.
It's pretty cool, right?
That's so cool. That is really, really cool.
I actually just made it just now during the show. Wow, I've been changing all the angles and stuff, and yeah. The old computer, if you tried to change anything, it would have just shut down.
Cecilia's here.
Wow.
Nice. Come on in. We're on break. All right, folks. The blonde bulldog of liberty just walked in.
What are you doing?
Giant will discontinue its 45-second sale. The bargain bonanza, in which all JCPenney merchandise is discounted by 60%.
Oh, I am going to talk about the pub crawl packet sniffer. That's the next segment. Good call. Good call.
How are you?
45-second sale drew very strong customer response, but
So I have to correct you because our last show was in July of 2013.
Horrific injuries they sustained during their stampede to the cashier.
Oh, I
Westrom
was
added
saying-
that plans are in the works to create a longer 2-minute sale intended to give frantic shoppers at least a fighting chance to
jump
enjoy
around.
incredible store-wide
Jump
savings.
around.
Doyle Redland for the Onion Radio News online at theonion.com.
This is the Onion News Network.
Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. And here in Manch, there's always something going on, especially socially. In Shire Dude, you got some events coming up.
Yeah, man. I've been really digging like the social scene in Manch, like finally coming out after the snow is gone, you know?
Yeah, like especially now, it's like you go out, it's like I want to go outside, I want to leave the house.
Several days, or I've just been like I've been sitting inside, like cooped up, like editing, and then I just like look out the window and I'm like, I'm gonna go for a walk. You know, it's so nice outside right now. Anyway, so one of the walks that we're gonna go on is the Manch Pub Crawl, which is a public event on Facebook. So if you just type in Manch Pub Crawl, you should be able to find it. And yeah, if you're local to Manchester, you got to come out. We're going to spend Bitcoins at Dancing Lion Chocolate on Elm Street, where they just started accepting Bitcoin. That's really exciting. Then we're going to go get high in Veterans Park, you know, just smoking. You know, you can call it a rally, but I really just want to get high. And
I don't blame you.
and then we're going to go on a pub crawl. And we're going to go to all sorts of cool bars that a lot of people haven't been to yet.
What's one of the new bars?
The newest bar is the first one we're going to. It's what's it called? I'm really high right now, so I can't remember the name of it. But
that was a great laugh.
Such a great laugh.
Yeah.
You should get that clip and play it over and over.
Oh, please don't.
It's
he's already ruined me as it is.
Oh man, it's exciting. It's a pour your own beer place, which I think
I've heard about this place.
The first one in New England to have that model where you have like a pay card and you put it in a slot and then you on the wall and you can pour your own beer from all sorts of different taps.
Central Ale House.
Central Ale House.
Yep.
Thank you.
Go.
And what you just heard
was Cecilia.
Hello, camera.
Hey, how's it going, Cecilia?
Pretty good. Yourself, Shire Dude?
You just like ran over here, right? From
Yeah, I ran all the way from Keene.
Wow.
That's a long, far run.
She's really good at jogging.
No, I'm not.
She's so fast.
So now you've moved here. Renee's moving. When are you going to trigger the Ellen down from the Lakes region?
No, I trigger the Cody and Melinda.
No, you
I
have not.
nothing
No,
to do
you
with
have
Ellen.
not triggered that because that has not happened.
It will.
They have not moved.
It will happen. I've only been here like 2 weeks. Calm the fuck down, Rob.
That's like it's like a Shire
Calm
month.
your tits.
Okay, I'll call him.
Put them back in your shirt. Just tuck them in.
I mean, I know you like to unbutton that shirt.
Yeah,
and show off
who
the
doesn't?
chest hair a little bit. But
Can
calm
you
your
blame
tits.
me? Yes.
Well, I have seen you naked.
Oh, you just had to bring that up now.
Who hasn't?
Ellen.
Yeah, I haven't.
Not-
I'll admit.
Well, you haven't been here when they're not recording.
Yeah.
Well, a few times, but never seen naked people wandering around, except for the cat.
The cat's always naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's a little weird.
And she's usually getting spanked a lot too.
She's
like
like
other people here.
She is the most poly person I've ever met in my entire life.
Like, I keep making jokes about how she has a new poly partner, but like I'm really not joking. Like she
Like-
loves every single human being that walks through that door.
Right.
Like she rubs up. She'll be. You can go full dominatrix on that cat as soon as you walk through the door, and she'll love you for the rest of your life.
She's straight up BDSM kitty.
Yeah.
She loves that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. She is a crazy, crazy cat. So Pork Fest, you are still organizing. You're one of the main organizers.
Correct. Still doing Agora Valley and doing all the vendors, whatnot. It's fun, but it's also a headache.
I can imagine the stress involved with that job.
But
Just a
that
little
must be awesome. You get to see all of the vendors before Pork Fest. Like, you know who they are and where they're going to be.
I know all the things. Not only do I know who they are and know where they're going to be, I get to put them there.
That is
I put them in
awesome.
places.
She's putting people in their place.
I am.
You must love that. Oh my gosh, that sounds so much fun.
No, people are a total headache to deal with.
Yeah, but that information is valuable. Like, you can use that. People want to get the know-how about Pork Fest.
Actually, I'm going to be working with Patrick from Liberty.menu, and he's going to have like this interactive map where you can actually rate the vendors and make comments and stuff like that.
I didn't know Patrick was helping with any of that.
That's way cool.
That is so fucking cool. That's so cool.
You were so loud in my ears right
I'm
now.
sorry.
No, he actually approached me about wanting to. Oh, thank you. No, it's not there. He approached me about wanting to do that. So all I have to do is give him the info, and he's going to do all of that, which I think is great.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, and if you haven't checked out Liberty.menu yet, go there. Put your favorite Liberty businesses on there. It's a fantastic resource that more people need to use.
Wow, so it's like Wikipedia for the or Yellow Pages for the Liberty.
Kind of
community.
Yeah.
Liberty menu.
It's like Yelp.
Yeah, it's like Yelp for like
Yeah.
liberty oriented.
But better than
You
Yelp.
should totally love that then.
Because you can actually trust Liberty Menu. You can't trust Yelp.
Correct.
That's very, very
At least
true.
not New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully Patrick and Mari don't kill time going to the other side of the planet to live for a while and just move here instead.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna go on their
I'm
adventure.
calling
first,
you
and
out.
then
I know they gotta go on their adventure.
Yeah, and then they'll end up here. I have faith that they'll
No,
end up
so do
here.
I.
Yeah.
I do. No, they got to go on our secret mission. We can't say it because they don't even listen anyways.
No, they do. They've listened to us before.
You think they do?
Yeah, they've told me.
Oh,
yeah.
That's kind of scary now. They're getting intel.
Can't be talking smack, man.
Yeah,
So
apparently.
speaking of Pork Fest and polyamory, I'm
Y-
gonna
Yeah. You
drop
organizing a party.
I'm gonna drop it.
Do
Actually,
it.
no, it's not just me. Shire Dude and I are
Oh.
organizing a party.
Bum.
Alt
he was in that.
EXO is gonna host it. It's gonna be a poly party. There is gonna be a polyamory panel directly beforehand, but it's gonna be a fun social event for the polycurious and the polyamorous to kind of talk and educate one another, and other poly people to meet other poly people, and polycurious people to meet polycurious people, and maybe they'll find a partner or a really good friend.
So like a poly mixer, if you will.
Correct.
Yeah.
But poly party is so much better
I
because
know.
alliteration.
Because the alliteration. It's got to be an event page on Facebook soon, right? We're gonna make that.
That's gonna happen.
That's gonna be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All
So
the things.
if you're listening to a recording of this, by the time you hear this, if you look up Poly Party on Facebook, you should find us. Or you'll find some other really fun stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
You never know with Facebook.
I'm excited about the poly party. I think it's a great idea, especially because like with a panel, it's like, you may not want to like talk out loud, or be on camera because it's recorded and everything like that.
Yeah, there's always a panel, and in my experience, going to the past 3, there's always the same questions and the same general generic answers.
Right.
And I kind of want to dig deeper than that. I feel like I want more social events at Porkfest because that's what Porkfest is to me. And B, I feel like we're past that. We're no longer at the point of talking about philosophical shit and whatnot. We're at the point of living it. So
Yeah, experience is the best teacher.
Correct.
Ellen,
I like
how
that,
does it feel to be surrounded by 3 poly people?
I'm cool with that. That's fine. I mean, I'm happy for you guys.
Well, this whole household, all four of us around you.
It's highly contagious, you know.
Yeah.
The poly,
it spreads everywhere.
I think with my particular mentality, I just don't know if I could take that on. It just seems like a lot of responsibility, a lot of difficulties, I guess you could say.
Well, any relationship has a lot of difficulties if you don't communicate.
That's true.
And in polyamory, there's lots of communication.
So much communication.
I've heard that from so many different people.
You have to. You get. If you do poly, you have to be completely honest and truthful, and you need to communicate with.
You need to share.
Everyone needs to know everything.
All of your Google Calendar information with each other, especially
Google Calendar.
Yeah.
So, are you guys on each other's Google Calendar? You guys sharing Google Calendars?
We don't use Google Calendar.
You don't use Google. How do you keep track?
Rob, you just pointed to two people in the room, and this is radio for the most part.
We're on YouTube. We get like some views on YouTube.
And then a podcast. So, I mean, unless you're watching, Rob pointed to me and Cecilia. Just saying.
He needed to know. He needed the podcast listeners to know that.
Yeah.
So why aren't you guys sharing calendars?
Well, he uses a whiteboard. I use my phone, and my other partner just uses his phone as well.
Well, yeah, you can get calendar on your phone.
I don't use Google. I wouldn't use a digital calendar. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he shared. He's like, I'm not going to use it. And I was like, well, then
what are you, like
F it.
A technological Luddite?
No, if I don't write it down, if I don't have that active thing, and then it's a whiteboard that's in my room that I look at every day.
And then he'll sleep
It's
in.
called
and
touch screens. Instead of writing it on paper, you use your thumbs.
I don't have a touch screen.
Yeah, you do have a bed phone. More poly talk when we come back, guys.
So we're still hot mics on.
Africa. Our satellite provider had
and
us
I'm like,
on at no charge.
She's the first one, right?
Wait, I got
it. When they pulled the channel off the air. Now we're trying to raise $22,000 to continue reaching people with a message of liberty in places where it's needed most. Please visit our fundraiser at africa.lrn.fm. Give what you can.
Chris Cantwell, an objectivist girl, talking about polyamory.
Chris Cantwell is going to be on NH1 tonight.
That's what I heard.
My microphone got disabled again.
The government has no more right to tell us what to put in our bodies than they have to take our guns.
Which is like his most viewed video on YouTube, like with all of his other videos combined.
Yeah.
Today, many cops who enforce
he wasn't an asshole.
He was a little drunk though. You can tell he slurs
Doesn't
words
matter.
a little bit.
He was courteous to the police officers.
He talked to the police.
He didn't.
Oh, it's me.
He didn't
No, it
actually
wasn't me.
No.
Yeah, he was
Hey, so what? Hey,
yeah.
What are we talking about next?
Available now at gunsandweed.com or on Amazon.
No, let's not talk about things for Cecilia gives her.
What? A child?
Makes the perfect gift.
Pierce?
Remember, that's gunsandweed.com.
Yeah.
Now that you've found the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of it, it's on. It happened.
What happened?
You'll find resources at promote.lrn.fm.
Keenan films himself drawing a gun in self-defense after argument. No, it's totally misleading. He does not film himself.
Allow you to make your own custom banners and graphics. Visit promote.lrn.
Hey, so you guys in the chat room, I said I would leak the Shire Dude finale. So here's the link, and that'll take you right to the Shire Dude season finale.
You're welcome.
And you can watch that right after this show, or just click off of this show and watch that instead. Because I mean, it's that good.
Well, wait, so if they do that, then can I do the spoiler? Because then they're going to go watch it.
Yeah, I don't care. That's fine. We've already talked about this.
No, you said you didn't want me to spoil it. You know, honestly,
Well,
this
it's not
episode.
really. It's not really a spoiler. It's just a joke. It's yeah.
Nah, now I don't even want to tell it.
We want to learn from each other.
My favorite joke is at the end. So you just skip to the end.
Love and liberty. There are many paths to God, one for every individual.
The Shire Free Church does not.
Riaz was late to work the other day because they were watching it at his apartment. They've watched it so many times.
Wait.
As your guide.
66, newbie 66. What is your problem with the Cantwell video? Like, I don't really want to talk about the Cantwell video on our show tonight.
Can we just talk about it a little?
No, can we not?
Like Free Talk Live talked about it for so long, and I'm tired of it. I'm already tired of it.
So, I'm over it.
Too mainstream.
Done like dinner. Literally, I can't. Ellen, do you want to hand me those things?
Into the campaign so you can interact with
all of
listeners
those things.
online. Listen,
Yes,
watch,
I will share
and
one.
chat.
Can you hand me the Renee cake as well?
I love how that has the name.
The Renee cake?
It's the Renee cake?
Wait, can you show the Renee cake to that camera that's on the table?
Stop losing your money. There is an alternative. Bitcoin is a stateless free market.
It's coffee in a container.
Bitcoin cannot be inflated or
There's actual beans in here.
He spiced it up this way.
Stop doing it. You have an
Espresso.
I like to put the butts straight up like candles.
Use it, spread it.
And then line them in a line.
Makes it look more decorative.
And then Rob Snapchats it.
Pretty much.
If you enjoy LRN.FM, please contribute to your favorite shows via their websites and become an
Just want
amplifier at amp.lrn.fm. That's amp.lrn.fm.
We don't.
All right. Well, welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. And while all of us seem to be smoking at some point or another on this show, I kind of want to bring up a subject of the spectrum of
the spectrum
of activists here
of banning.
Of banning.
I like to call it the spectrum of banning. Yeah.
How are we going to get on this recording?
Oh man.
Come on. We'll get more. We'll get more.
You guys in your snorting game, I swear.
It's a great game.
Whenever Cecilia laughs, she snorts, and then we count how many we can get out of her.
Not whenever, just when things are funny, like really funny. And then I can't stop, and the counting makes it worse.
At Keenvention, she got up to like 32.
32.
Wow.
And the entire room was counting. Mind you, this is before they found the underwear on the table. This is the night before. There's like 20 people, and I just start snorting, and yes.
It's cute though. It's a unique part of your laugh. Like
Yeah.
people can pick out your laugh from everyone else's. So it makes you identifiable and probably more relatable. Like people know when you really think something is funny.
Okay.